All right, guys. As you can see here, we are doing question 9D, question 3. Okay. I'll just move that over. So, like I said, question 9D, 3A. So let's first analyze what the question's telling us. So epsilon, okay, which is this. You guys know it. That's how we write it. Okay. It's the universal set. Okay. So these set A, set B are both subsets of our universal set, which is epsilon. Okay, so they're made up of everything out of this word of mathematics. Set A is different words of attic, set B is different words of taste. Okay, show these on a Venn diagram. So when we're doing this on a Venn diagram, okay, make sure you draw that box that represents the universal set. Okay, and then we draw our big two circles. And we've got A and B. Okay, remembering that this whole thing is epsilon. Okay, it's our universal set. So our different words of attic, all right, that's our A, and our different words of taste is here. We can see here that A and T are both in A and B, so we put them in the middle there. What's left of attic? We have I and C. We don't write that T twice, all right, and in B with taste, we have left S and E. Okay, things that aren't included in here, we now have to write down from the mathematics. So we can see that we just are left with M and H that are not included in these two sets. So they're outside of them there. All right, so let's have a look. A dash. All right, we know this means the complement of A, all right, or anything that's not A. So we look at A's full circle, and we see outside of that we have S, E, M, and H. Okay, so A is the set. All right, so with our curly brackets because we know our set notation, and it's also common to write it in alphabetical order if you can. Okay, so we're going E, H, M, S. Okay, that's our set of not A. All right, we can see that B is the set of not B. So we're looking at I, C, M, and H. Okay, so we're going C, H, I, M. Okay, with our bracket, our commas in there. I should have done that up here as well. Okay, looking at C, we're looking at the union of A and B. We know that the union of A and B is B, all of B, okay, plus all of A minus an intersection, because then otherwise it'd be repeated. We don't have to write that out because we're looking at a Venn diagram. So you're just going to write down in here the union of these two, okay, is going to be C, E, I, oh, sorry, I forgot A, C, E, I, okay, S, T. All right, so there we go. Then we look at D. So now we're looking at A union B, the complement of that. So we're looking at the complement of this set, which basically means we're just looking at M and H. All right, so anything that is not in the intersection, in the union of A and B, that's what we're looking at, which is of course M and H. Then we're looking at the union of not A and not B. Okay, this one's a little bit different in that we're now looking at not A, which is SEMH, and then not B, which is ICMH. Okay, and we're getting the union of those. Okay, so you can see we're going to be left with everything except the intersection of A and B. All right, so we've got C, E, I, oh sorry, I'll put a H there, then I, then M, then S. Okay, so that's our union of not A and not B, so the complement of both of those things. All right, F, we're now looking at the intersection of not A and not B. Okay, so what's common? So when we have not A, all right, we can come back and look at these. What's common between these two? All right, is M and H. So there we have M and H. And that is question 3 of 9D finished.